Welcome back to Words to the Mother. Still to come is wine time, but first, let's rejoin our chat with Lizzie.
So is it true what they say, you should never work with kids and animals?
I get asked this a lot. I don't think it is true. I haven't had a day where I've thought, blinking out, this is kind of really, really bad.
Yeah.
The great thing about working with kids is that as soon as the kids come on, it's not about the cameras or all the rest of it. It's just kind of about them. And then they always bring the mood up. And then with animals, nothing goes to plan. But it's,
but you're kind of braced for that, I suppose.
Yeah. It's good fun.
And a bit like that with kids as well. And like you said, they bring the energy, but you just roll with whatever.
You've got to just go with what they want to do, as I'm sure you know.
I don't roll with it that well. Though, you obviously have a massive conservation drive, which is amazing. It's such a lovely thing to have. What is it that makes you particularly angry, do you think?
I'd say that there's two things about going into scientific research, is that you slowly learn that there's all these fantastically passionate people that are working really, really hard, and there's no money in it, for one, so that there's no jobs, and people go above and beyond because they just care for these animals, and it's really hard kind of industry to get into.
Yeah, it's terrible, isn't it, if it's not valued? And it should be.
Absolutely.
It needs to be paid. And I mean, who do you feel is responsible for that? The government. I'll tell you.
Even universities, though, I find it really hard because doing my masters is fantastic. They provide you with all this stuff, but it's all self-funded. PhDs, a lot of them self-funded, and it's just how do you develop it? Exactly.
Like you say, if it's not valued.
Yeah,
I'm not surprised that makes you angry. Because it does me.
Yeah. But on top of that as well, conservation in general, I think that a lot of even campaigns and things, it's so hard to do a genuine conservation campaign when it's been kind of bombarded with all this politics. You've seen it, fox hunting, the badger culls. It's ongoing because it's just so complicated.
Yeah.
And, I think that's one of the things for me,
So, sort of outside of work, how do you relax?
I usually go and find wildlife.
Do you? That's your life, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you ever hang out with any of the other presenters?
Oh, I'd love to.
Go on the lash?
With the girls back in Cardiff. I'm a Cardiff girl.
Oh,
so
yeah. Oh, of course you go on the lash.
I can try and pretend I don't, but I definitely do.
And where do you like going to pubs, or is it a kind of a big night out if you go out?
Yeah, a big blowout now and again with the girls. Yeah, of course.
Oh, that sounds good. Can I come?
Oh my gosh, yes.
I'm a bit old, but I'll be no trouble. You'll hardly know I'm there. I'll be the drunk one in the corner.
Yeah, you've got to have a big blowout now and again, haven't you?
Yeah, definitely. With all the work you do, I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
Is there a standout moment for you in your career?
Meeting Jane Goodall, probably.
Really?
She's primatologist that's just broken down kind of barriers in conservation. If not that one, I'd say it would have to be working with Chris Packham.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, did a BBC Two series called Curious Creatures.
Oh yes. Yeah.
So sat on this panel show with all these people that I'd been looking up to for so long.
Oh.
And I just sat next to Chris Packham on my team, and I was just kind of mental.
Did you get a selfie?
No. I was so nervous. I just freaked out. I was like, staring.
You got to get. We're having a selfie after this.
No, absolutely.
You got to get a selfie. It's the way the world is now.
It is, through the lens.
So, what's next for you? What have you got lined up?
So, hopefully, fingers crossed, doing an internship in January in Botswana. I'll have to tell your son this, to go and actually do some elephant research in the field.
Oh my word.
Figure out kind of what I want to go on to research. I can't wait. Yeah.
How do you feel about taking my 5-year-old with you?
I'd love to. How big is he? Can he fit in the suitcase?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've done that.
Yeah.
I haven't. Just in case there are any trolls or social services.
Airport security's watching this now.
I've never put my son in a suitcase. Okay. Lizzie, you have been lovely.
Thank you for having me.
An absolute joy to meet.
Lovely to meet you too.
Let's get that selfie.
Yeah.
Clemmy, Peppa Pig or Ben and Holly?
It's time for my favourite woman who brings me wine every week. Ruth Wiles of Clifton Wine School, welcome.
Thank you very much.
This week you have for us emergency wines. for me, that means wine that I always have on my wine rack.
Absolutely, and you always need some staples that you just have your go-to wine. You know are good, they're easy to drink, they're not going to break the bank.
Yeah, it's safety wine for me. It's the safety net of someone landing, which might happen. And
Unexpected.
Unexpected. It's also perhaps if like the day's been particularly fraught, which can often happen. And it just, I think like if myself and my other half just fancy and I want something good, I don't just want a bottle, I always like to have
Something nice enough.
Yeah.
So Macon Village is where we'll start. Macon is a region in Burgundy in France, known for its Chardonnay production. So Chardonnay is not the most popular grape variety in the world, but white Burgundy seems to get forgiven for being Chardonnay, sometimes because people don't really know it's Chardonnay. It's a very different style.
Yeah.
So it's an unoaked style from a cooler climate. The Macon is a region, you can buy wines from the Macon, that's fine. But if you see the word village afterwards attached to the wine on a French bottle of wine, what that means is that wine is produced in the villages known for producing better wines.
Really?
So you get it with Beaujolais, you get Beaujolais Village.
You are a gold miner.
Thank you
I
very
never knew
much.
that.
Côte de Rhône, you get Côte de Rhône Village. That's what the village means, better villages,
Okay.
better wine. There we are.
Oh, that'll do. Okay.
So, again, this comes in a pouch, which sometimes people think bad wine comes in pouches.
It reminds me of festivals.
Oh, the pillow of wine, or the goon, as the Australians call it. This is not a wine that's lives up to the name of the goon or the festival, if you like. It is a good quality wine that is now being put in a pouch because people are coming around to the idea that you can put good wine in a pouch, and it means that you then don't have to drink the whole bottle.
So let's dig in.
Let's have a taste. Dry. It doesn't taste like one of those Australian oaky Chardonnays. It's very different. It's much more kind of mineral.
Definitely, I can see why that's a staple.
Yeah.
Nice and easy to drink, and actually, it is nice.
Yeah.
It is a nice one. It's not like I've just bought something a bit cheap when I was like passing co-op.
Exactly.
It's a tasty one.
It's a decent bottle. You have the equivalent to 3 bottles in here. It's £20 for the pouch, but if you take that down to being about £7, just under £7 a bottle.
Carol Vorderman. So Ruth, bottle 2.
Bottle 2 is my favourite rosé. Not all of the best rosés come from the Provence region. Don't tell the French people I told you that.
No, I don't know them.
Oh, well, there you go. Get to know them. They live in a lovely place. This one is actually from Rioja. So people think of Rioja, they think of heavy red wines, oaky red wines, but they do produce white wine as well,
Yeah,
and
they
they
do.
also produce rosé. Yeah. The main grape that's involved in the blend is Garnacha, also known in France as Grenache, which is one of the major players in the world of rosé production.
It's something I look for.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like me
You know your rosé.
Me Syrah and me Grenache.
And my Garnache. Yeah, so if we have a smell, it's delicate, but it's fruity.
Yeah.
So strawberry, raspberry, that kind of aromas. But it's not overpowering.
Oh, it's lovely.
It's fresh and dry, and it's just really very pleasant. My favourite rosé.
I like that.
Good.
So, bottle 3. What have you got?
Bottle 3 is a Chilean wine, but interestingly for Chile, this is a Pinot Noir. So not everybody thinks of Chile and thinks of Pinot Noir together. Pinot Noir, people normally think New Zealand, they think France especially. Pinot Noir is a very difficult grape to grow. It's very fussy, it's very thin-skinned, it's very prone to disease. So it tends to be sold with a premium attached to it. It's going to be more expensive than anything else on the wine list. It's going to be more expensive than other stuff on the shelves. And to be honest, usually cheap Pinot Noir is not very good.
No, you're talking, I think, a cheap Pinot Noir is a bit like a packet of Frazzles.
Yes. Just know what you mean.
It's so smoky that it's
Although
like...
I do like Frazzles.
I do like Frazzles in a
Yes,
packet.
but not in
crisp
your
form.
glass.
No.
Yeah, in crisp form.
Yeah.
Perhaps pair the wine with some Frazzles. Might go really nicely. But yeah, Chile, you actually find the places that have a little bit more altitude, so slightly cooler climate parts of Chile, they tend to produce much better value for money in Pinot Noir than you find anywhere else in the world, I would argue.
Right.
See what you think.
Okay. Oh, lovely smell.
Very light, fruity, but clean, crisp, and no frazzles.
Oh, I love that.
Good.
Ruth, I'm going to give you a toast. Cheers.
Cheers.
That is the equivalent of a Paul Hollywood handshake.
Thank you very much.
I love that.
Good.
And I love you. I might have had too much. And that's it for this week. We'll see you next week for more celebs, more mum guests, and more wine.